Yo, guys, you know what time it is. It's Shipping Buster time, folks. You're probably wondering, oh, Bugsy, aren't you gonna do it like you normally do? Nah, man, this is an emergency. I'm talking, this is like a 7th level ship. And plus, the Shipping Busters we don't bust ships all the time, but we help ships out too. But, we need to explain. So a lot of you have been talking about the whole Jack and Ashi thing. If you really want to know what we think about it, there's a certain link that leads to our Facebook page where you can actually watch us watch the episode and give our little take on it. But for those of you that don't want to do that, we're gonna just get to the point. Man, we should have did this with the voice recording, and then you could have added all the stuff in. I know. But anyways, guys, you're probably wondering, okay, why do you guys like this? Well, okay, think of it like this. Jack for Jack has never really experienced love. I mean, yes, he is, the only thing that he was the only thing he had close to love was from the certain that when Aku was pretending to be a chick to destroy the last of the destroy the other time portals that he didn't know where it was, so he didn't unfollow Jack and made up this story about him being this chick that Aku's, she took, he's saying that Aku, when he was the chick, he made up a story saying that her father was taken by Aku just so Aku could, gain Jack's trust, and to the point where Jack would like him enough as a chick, where he'd just have enough trust and destroy the other portal. So yeah, Jack never really had an actual relationship with anybody. Okay, now we got Ashi, a girl from a very young age that was indoctrinated to hate the samurai, to destroy the samurai, to do everything in her power, to destroy the samurai. There was no. She never really experienced love either, and through her, time after her finding out the truth about Aku, and Jack basically resigning, and Ashi trying to find the samurai. I think she formed a little bit of a love towards samurai, towards our samurai buddy. And I feel like this is the truth. This is the real truth. So, and they do say when people spend enough time together, they either become friends or lovers, depending on what the circumstance is. Now, a lot of you think of this like, oh, wait a minute, Jack's too old for her, or like Ashi's just a teenager, so this is kind of just weird. Yes and no. No, because Jack don't age, so I'm just gonna leave that alone. It's not saying I condone every other person who tries to date someone younger than them. Oh heavens, no. But I am saying that this kind of makes sense for Jack and for Ashi. Also, this is only one half of this video, and I'm gonna talk in the other half of this video. I'm gonna talk about Lars being a quivering pussy. So stay tuned for that, or you could skip to it. I don't know.
Any characters for the most part. I don't really care for shipping too much. I'm not against it. I'm just not a big shipping person myself. So they could have gone the route of them being shipped. I would have been cool with it, as I currently am. They could have gone the route of it being a buddy partner sort of relationship, that would have been fine with me. And they could have gone the route of it being a sort of a father-daughter, mentor-student type of relationship, and I would have been fine with that as well. But I want to argue the case as to why I do think
I
this.
think Gendy was like, people were expecting the whole father daughter thing or the mentor thing. We're gonna go the other route.
Makes sense, and it arguably makes the most sense out of all of the options for Jack and Ashi's relationship, to be honest. Now, I'm not going to talk about the full episode because there's not too much I want to talk about other than.
Well, I'm saying when they got shocked, when they got shocked and touched by the leeches, you could kind of close your eyes and pretend that they were being sexual. I think that's what Gendy even intended it to be. I swear to God.
Interesting to talk about. Although I did enjoy the episode, I liked how gratuitous it was for comedic effect. I felt like it was very much in line with the rest of Samurai Jack, how they just do things over the top and repeat certain things. And I think it really worked for the humor in this episode. I thought the action was great. So I thought it was a good episode, but I kind of want to just focus.
We thought it was adorable. Yeah.
The relationship of Jack and Ashi, and why I do think it does technically make sense from a writing standpoint. First of all, a lot of people are saying Jack never.
I mean, it's better than the Batman and Batgirl thing. I'm sorry, guys. I just, at least it made, like, to me, this didn't shock me because I saw where this was going. I wasn't really, with me, I never saw the Batman animated series tie-in book, so seeing old Batman and Barbara like make out and then get it on was kind of a little shocking for me. But again, I didn't react the way I didn't react like how everybody else did. I just made jokes about it. But Jack and Ashi again makes more sense to me.
Love before, he had been on plenty of missions, and this has never been a thing. This is out of character for Jack. I've seen that quite a few times around the interwebs. And
oh my dear people, you are saying it's out of character? Actually, I think it's in character because, first off, Jack has experienced some sort of affection once, but the chick in question turned out to be Aku. Like, we all saw that coming.
This is true and also not true. You have to remember back in the original series, Jack had not been traveling that long, so he didn't run into many people that interest him. He was also very much focused on his mission to save whoever he was saving or get to a time portal, defeat Aku, yada, all that classic good stuff. So he wasn't really focused on a romantic relationship. He was more so head-on about his mission. And of course there was Ikra, who was Aku in disguise when they were traveling through that desert. That kind of shows that Jack did have a sort of romantic sexual interest, but it just seemed like no one really caught his attention like she did. And clearly he has a thing for very strong women assassins, because we see this being repeated with Ashi. I don't think there was as much of a reason for him to get too...
I mean, dude, this is basically telegraphed from the very beginning. The fact that you guys didn't see this earlier is just... I don't even think I should call you real fans. Because only real fans like me would figure that out. I'm kidding, guys. I know elitist douchebag. Anybody who ever says that to you, they're fucking cunts. They're just cunts full of fucking beans and cum. That's all they are.
Romantically or emotionally attached to any particular woman at the time, since he was so focused on his mission. And you also have to keep in mind, now that we're in the new series, we're in season 5, it's been 50 years, my boy. 50 years. This man, Jack, is mentally around 70, 80-ish years old. So if you look at the entire history, he's been deprived, if you want to. That's the best way to put it. This man has been very, very deprived. Because he was taken as a child.
No, Michael. If you're going to do it, let me do it. I'm gonna tell you something that these kids don't get. He hasn't had any of the pussy, boss. He hasn't had any of the pussy. Like part of him's like, can somebody give me the pussy, please? He hasn't had it. He hasn't had the pussy. And, he didn't want the pussy after a while. And now that he's got Ashi, he wants the pussy. Do you see what I'm trying to tell you? It's like there's totally like a cross between my pink guy voice, my Mario voice, and a little bit of Salamander Man. What the fuck? Where did that even come from? But what I'm trying to say, he's trying to get the pussy, boss. Now he's got the pussy.
And he was basically training around the world just so he can get this one purpose, to get this magic sword. So presumably he never had any real romantic sexual interest during that time, and then right after that he went right for Aku, got flung into the future immediately, and then that was his mission. He's like, okay, now I have to find a time portal, I have to beat Aku, I have to save all these people. So he didn't really have a lot of time to develop any sort of romantic relationship. So imagine living for over 50 years in this world where you don't age and your entire life's purpose is just not going well. You're gonna want there's gonna be some feelings over 50 years of just being by yourself, being very frustrated with the world. There's going to be some feelings happening. Now let's talk about Ashi. First of all, he and Ashi have very similar backgrounds. They can kind of relate to each other since they were taken as children and basically trained their whole life for one specific purpose. And clearly Jack and Ashi have connected on that level, even if they don't really truly realize it. And the big thing here to remember, guys, is Ashi kind of saved his life and gave him hope again. After he thought that all of those children had died because he failed, he was going to commit suicide. He was going to fully do the ceremony of all these dead warriors. He was going to fulfill that. He was going to die. He had absolutely no hope left in the world. And then here comes Ashi, who gives him hope again, who basically saved his life. And that's a pretty big thing. And I think that could definitely lead to some feelings, especially when the girl who did that is, let's be real here, she thick. She pretty thick. She's...
Yeah, let's be truly honest here. She's totally thick. And Jack wants the pussy. And also she doesn't got a nice ace. Yeah, she got a nice ace. A nice ace. Jack wants the ass. We're fucking stupid. All day, every day, Bugsy. All day, every day. The ass.
She's foreign and thick. So if you put together the pieces of this man who has been in this future dystopia for over 50 years by himself and trained his whole life and never had any true, genuine romantic encounters, and then you have this attractive female who gives you hope in the world and saves your life, there's going to be some feelings. And on Ashi's standpoint, you have this person who basically showed her the world, straight up Aladdin style. Showed her the entire world.
Jack did show her the world. And she's eternally grateful. And now they've made out. And I bet you we're gonna have hints in the next episode that they had sex. Just saying, just telling you just how it is. And if any of you got a problem with that, come and I will show you some more shit. Mostly on Sakamoto's Sex Dungeon. Because what the fuck? Wouldn't all of you, if you were in Jack's position, wouldn't you want to get some too? I mean, you were here for 50 years. Aku's pretty much dashed your hopes and your mission, so come on. You could probably jerk off. You could probably jerk off, but it's not the same anyway. And I'm making another jerk off joke again. Well, this is the week. Of my cup anniversary. We didn't write this. We did this on top. We did this at the top of our goddamn fucking heads. I'm telling you, let Jack get the pussy. Just fuck. Why are we fighting about this? If you were him, come on, guys, don't act like you wouldn't do it too. Come on, guys, don't. Let's be real here. She has a nice ass. Just telling you the truth. You know you don't do it too. So let's not fucking pretend like this wouldn't happen. Dudes, we gotta own up. We have to own up to what we would actually do. What we would actually do in this situation. In this situation, if we were in Jack's shoes. I'm just saying, guys, let's own up to most of the stuff we actually would do in this situation. Come on.
Joys and the light of the world and not the darkness of Aku that she was born and raised into. And that's definitely going to lead to some pretty strong emotions as well. And Jack's a handsome dude. You can't deny that either. So
Alright, what the...
Handsome dude who shows you the light of the world and the hope of the world, and you see,
Dude,
got an
I don't want
attractive girl
to think
who
about
shows you
Jack's
the hope of the world
handsomeness.
and that
It's
things
kind of
are
weird.
going to be okay and saves your life. That totally makes sense that they would have some type of feelings when you put those two people together. It's actually wouldn't make that much sense if they didn't develop some type of feelings. And I understand the argument of forced romantic subplots. It seems like every movie and TV show in Hollywood under the...
Again, I don't feel like this was forced. Maybe a little rushed. Maybe. But then again, like I said, they only... like I've said in the actual video... They only have like a certain number of episodes before this is over, so they had to put it in. Bro, this is something that Gendy actually wanted to do. Did anybody think of that? Did anybody think of that?
The son wants to force the protagonist into some type of romantic subplot that does not need to be there, Thor. But this isn't one of those cases. I feel like this is one of those cases where it actually makes sense given the context of the characters and the situations that they have been thrust upon. And I think a lot of cartoons right now are actually doing romantic subplots really well. I think the way...
And I think, to be quite real with you, I think it was kind of funny. And Steven, back away from the 12-year-old, okay, buddy? We know, you don't want Chris Hansen to be on your ass.
Way Stephen Akani.
I don't know, I think Chris Hansen will be on our ass. We just talked about a cartoon character. It's her ass. We're fucking weird. Oh, we're not weird. We just know a little bit about ass. I see your John voice is not helping. Come on, Hansa. We just know a little bit more about the ass. Shut up. You're gonna make me freaking spill my coffee.
Your handled is very healthy.
Why are you drinking coffee this freaking late in the afternoon? You're gonna be up all night.
It was a nice, innocent, genuine relationship between...
Maybe that's what I want. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Bugsy. You know what I need that for. Oh, for the love of... Oh, come on, Hansa. I wasn't really trying to ask you... Oh, you're gonna be using it for fucking? Yes, I'm gonna be using it for fucking. Fucking a bucket. No, seriously, I'm gonna have stockings. She's gonna be splayed over a bucket, and you're gonna fuck in a bucket, gigantic bucket. I didn't want to hear that. No.
a young boy and a young girl. I think the way that Star vs. Forces of Evil is handling Star and Marco is being really well done, and it's adding a completely new dynamic and dimension, no pun intended, to the show itself, and it's actually very, very interesting. And I think the way this happened, yeah, while it may not be the most intriguing per se, it actually makes the most sense. And if we look at what Gendy based Samurai Jack off of, basically based off a dream that he had where he was in this future dystopia and he was a hero and he had to save this girl and they would just work together, and that was basically his dream. And that's what Samurai Jack was based off of, and probably what it was almost always kind of leading up to anyway. So I do think this does.
So to everybody, I say, yeah, you guys, we only know what we know because we know this character, but who knows the character more than the creator? So it's like, at this point, it's like, it's totally like, you guys may think it's forced, but really this is what the creator wanted, probably even intended it. So we can't just sit around and be like, oh, well, this is forced. Guys, we only have like, I think 2 more episodes with Jack left, and that's it. So we don't got time to be bitching. We don't got time to be bitching.
Makes sense. And again, I do understand that people don't want romantic subplots in every single thing, but in this case, I think it works. And again, to clarify, before I get all of the rage in the comments, I'm not a shipper. I'm not a person who is shipping.
We ship, motherfucker. We ship in this household. I shipped my lamp with the table, man. That's how we get down. The fuck? When there's a ship, there's a way. If there's a ship, there's a way. It ain't when there's a ship, there's a way. If there's a ship, some ass play.
Jack and Ashi, even though I did expect them to be romantic, that did seem like the obvious choice. And I think the reason it seemed like the obvious choice was, of course, because of the characters and the situation that they're put in, especially if they're going to go and try to face Aku. This could be the last time they're really alive. They don't know if they're going to survive this. So it makes a lot of sense that this would end up building up to what it is right now. And let's be honest, guys, after over 50 years, Jack deserves to get him some. But those are just my...
No, he deserved to get himself some of the policy. Michael, you're too nice, but we will say it. He just needs to get some of the pussy. That's just all it is. He needs the pussy. He needs the pussy to survive, He needs the pussy. Mario, I always sit around on my freaking washroom just wondering, will Peach ever give me the pussy? And I just sit around with Luigi, and Luigi gets the pussy from Daisy. And I'm just so picked up right now with emotions and feelings and wanting to freaking jerk my mushroom, but then it's like, oh no, it's a sin against the Toad Church. Oh god, I'm stupid. Let me just stop. I gotta get to the other part of this video. Oh my god. Peeps, remember, jerking your mushroom is a sin in the Toad Church. And then they will show poison mushroom up your ass for your failure. Well, if you're Toad, you're gonna like that sort of thing. But either way it goes. Oh my god. Okay, let's dial it back on Sakamaru. We gotta talk about Lars being a pussy. Just hold it up.
My thoughts. What do you guys think about this? Do you support Jashi? Do you wish they went a different route with it? Do you agree with anything I said? Disagree with anything I said? Have any counterparts?
I agree. Let's see what the comments have to say. I'm cool with Jack finding love. Let's keep it civil. Down here, y'all. Jack gets some extra thick tonight. Aku was Jack's first love. Yes! Yes, you're right. You're right. This is the season I started. I wasn't expecting to take this route. Is all I'm saying. I know, Tomoko. You weren't expecting this, and I know you're still not popular. But at the end of the day, sometimes I don't know if you get this because you don't got a boyfriend, and that's you just when your anime really did piss me off because you didn't get anything. You just kind of started at square one, which kind of did piss me off. Which even though the anime does kind of make you cringe a little bit, and I can't believe I'm using the word cringe in this kind of situation. Tomogo, you deserved better, but you didn't. I mean, probably someone wanted to crack at your pussy. I mean, the Dodenji show people getting a crack at your pussy, even though it's not canon. Also, there's murder porn of like Quadamote. Also, I just wanted to put that out there. It's really weird. Like she gets killed and then fucked and then killed. It's like I was sitting there just looking at this Dodenji like, what the fuck is this shit? Who says, oh yeah, let me cut her up. That's what a psycho would look at to jerk off. Like, ugh, fucking gross. Anyways, I just don't get people who want like blood and guts in their hentai. I mean, man, if you want to watch something with blood and guts, may I give you Berserk and Higurashi if you want to jerk to something, or maybe even Corpse Party if you really want to jerk to something. If you're into necrophilia, go right ahead, my bro. I don't really condone it, but go right ahead for it if you want it. Now let's go to Lars. Now let's go to Lars. Uh, okay, we can all say that this to Lars. Lars is the most quivering of all pussies. Like, Lars is the reason why this video was even created.
So let's
Because Lars, to me, he's just this big pussy. Look at that pussy. Like, he's got some nerve. I don't know. Because he's gonna say something sarcastic out of that fucking mouth of his. It's like, well, you should like didn't give yourself up. Well, Lars, you shouldn't have been here at the first. You shouldn't have been here at the first place, you fucking pussy. And like people are like, oh my god, well, you can't expect Lars to attack and shit. And if that were you, no, motherfuckers, if that was me, I would have done something. If that was Annie in there, I would have done something. You motherfuckers can be little pussies all you want, but in the Kuro household, we don't fucking abandon people we care about just because we're scared. Hell, half the villains and things that I fight, hell, I'll be scared as fuck, but I'll still fight. Because a wise man once said, being brave doesn't mean that you're a chicken, but being brave means being scared and doing what you have to do anyway. And Lars is just was straight up, he was just a pussy. He just didn't even try. He was like, see, and that's why Lars. I'm serious. If I watch Stuck Together, and you guys get a big rant about Lars's fucking behavior, just don't be surprised. Don't. I'm with fucking Swaggy Thunder on this. Y'all want to bring real life into this? Y'all want to bring real life? Nah. Like, y'all want to bring real life into this? Like, No, because at least I would have done something. Hell, I don't even care if I get killed. I would have tried something. A distraction. Throwing a rock, doing something. Lars just froze like a little bitch. He's like, how old? Like, above Steven's age, and Steven shows a lot more bravery. Everybody else ran because they knew they couldn't do it. But at least they actually ran because they knew they didn't have any skills. Connie, she's 12, and she fucking stood and fought alongside Steven. Lars is just a scaredy cat little pussy that doesn't do shit other than be the most sarcastic motherfucker in the world. He has all these people helping him, all these people doing whatever they can to help this man succeed in his goals. Even when he was with the cool kids, Steven tried to help. Even this whole party thing, even though I don't know if Topaz and Aquamarine took him before he went to the party or after. Either way, I would say after. The way he threw it in the trash, he threw it in the trash probably after. But to me, he's just a sarcastic asshole. When Steven was in his body and went back into his, and he was about to straight up beat on Steven, I was just thinking, if I was there, I'd have just beat the ever-loving shit out of him. People would have to pull me off of Lars. They would literally have to pull me off of Lars. And I would just say, at the end of it all, when I have the last punch on him, I'm going to spit on him and say, motherfucker, Lars, you are motherfucking garbage, boy. You try to be, you don't even try to be good or try to be nice. You love being a dick. You freaking wallow in your self-pity, but you never try to do anything better to try and better yourself. You probably wonder why everybody liked Steven beating everybody over you, because at least the kid's honest. You, on the other hand, like to be a little pussy. And I don't care, guys. You could say, and for the people who like Lars, like my buddy, the romantic Scrooge, I'm not attacking you. I really hate Lars because I've met people like that. People who want to be cool, who want to be this awesome motherfucker, but they either A, puss out, or try to B, turn on their friends when they're trying to help them out. So sorry if Lars, to me, makes me have this this bad fucking taste in my mouth. Excuse me if Lars makes me have a bad fucking taste in my mouth. You know? And trust me, if any of you guys are alive in this situation, and I'm stuck, you know who I'm gonna rely on? This bastard right here. Really? Yeah. Sakamoto, you have proven that you will do whatever you can to save me, Harima, or whoever else. That's you. Hell, man, you're a psychiatrist. Your job is to help people out of their fucking moods and funks. Yeah, that's true. So, anybody who says, oh, they're scared, if I was Lars, if I was in the situation, you're scared. Well, you're not us. You're not us, kiddies. We're fucking Kuros. We have dealt with shit that you all can't even fathom in your minds. We have dealt with cosmic horrors, people who want to kill us, People that have seen, people that have truly made us bleed out for a blood sacrifice ritual, and us having to get out of there and fight our way out. You know? We have dealt with things you all couldn't even imagine in that tiny little dome of yours. So don't sit up here and tell us, oh, we'd be scared too. No, motherfucker, we'd be scared, but at least we try. At least we try and fight. At least even if we couldn't fight, at least we'd make a distraction so everybody could leave. And hell, we pushed Steven out. We pushed Steven out of the freaking. We'd push Steven out of the ship. We'd be like, bye, Steven. We're gonna take care of this. That ship would have been. That ship would have blown up. By the way. Me and Bugsy always have an ace up our sleeves. But that's just us. That's and again, we're just talking about like stuff we would do. And trust me, without our powers, it probably wouldn't be anything big that we do, but we try to at least distract people. Like Timon and Pumbaa style. On Sakura, no. Yeah, but you know what, Bugsy? In that distraction, I'd be Timon. You'd be Pumbaa. And that's supposed to be a fat joke, you bastard. A little bit. Yeah, put on a little. Yeah, we got a little stomach right here. Oh, fuck you. I'm still the shit. Even when I don't transform, I'm still the shit. Yeah, I know. I'm saying it'd be better distraction. Or I put you near stocking, and you guys can just mate in front of them while I try to get everybody out of the direct vicinity. I think the homeworld gems would be very. I think Aquamarine and Topaz would be very fascinated into seeing that, seeing how you and Stocking fuck like animals. I'm just saying. You're such a dick. So yeah, we have no pity for fucking Lars at all. Everybody who likes him, cool, like him. Us, we hate this. We hate this little pussy, and we were starting to like him. But he did his usual Lars techniques that makes it difficult for dudes like us to like him. Again, you're talking to two dudes that have been in life or death situations every time. And yeah, we come out scarred for it, but at least we actually do something. This is Bugsy. This is on tomorrow. We got another video coming at you in a few hours from now, because we got some. We're bringing back a certain report show. So we'll see you guys later. Bye, folks. See you guys later. Also, Lars, you're a fucking pussy. You're a quivering mass of pussy. If there was any other person that was a pussy, I'd like to see him, because you just proved how much of a little pussy you are. And if Sadie doesn't break up with you, it's gonna be a miracle. It's gonna be a miracle, Lars. It's gonna be a goddamn miracle. I feel cleansed. I feel cleansed, Bugsy. You do, man. Yeah. Let's go have some vine sauce, man. Yeah, I'm feeling like some vine sauce. I'm totally feeling some vine sauce right now. Yeah. See you guys later. And again, Lars is a pussy, and it will never change our minds. Bye, kids. Bye, kids. See you all later. I gotta go. You know, the one thing about being a Chaos Lord is that your wings, they get really itchy in the heat. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna see you guys later. I'm gonna go scratch these things. Bye, guys.